Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lakers Talk with Gerald. This is episode number 30. Another milestone in the books. We are 30 episodes in. Man, I've been really racking them up. I've been trying to do them every few days. So thank you for everybody that's joining me. Hey, while you're there watching this YouTube video, please go down there and subscribe and help me get my first 100 subscribers. Right now I have 24, so thank you for all you guys out there that has been subscribing. We are going to get into a few things today. On the menu is we're gonna talk about the Lakers versus Suns. They played last night. Lakers did get that victory, so good. It's about time. Lakers needed it. Some people talked about that this is going to be an easy win for the Lakers. I said, hey, pump your brakes. Don't get too excited. Don't say there's an easy win. Don't forget, we did lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers. We also lost to the New York Knicks. Both of those teams are one of the lower teams in the NBA. Suns actually have a better record than both of those teams. So just wanted to just let you know, pump the brakes. We didn't have LeBron. We didn't have Lonzo. We didn't have Kyle Kuzma. So I just wanted to make sure no one got too excited. I wanted to make sure the Lakers still came up, revved, and pumped up. All right, so during the game, I'm going to actually show you video of highlights. It's about 2 minutes of highlights, so we'll watch that, and I'll kind of talk over it a little bit. And then we'll also go over the box score, bring that up, and I'll go over each player's scores, highlights, things like that, and how well they did, and who I thought the player of the game was, or players of the game. So we'll go over that. And we'll just one other topic too. I want to talk about a lot of rumors have been happening. We've been hearing a lot of things, particularly about Luke Walton. So that's another thing that I want to kind of dive into. Also, there's been some rumors going around as far as somebody might want him gone. So we'll talk about that also. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into the highlights, guys. Let's just do it. Here we go. All right. So here's some highlights showing Brandon Ingram. I actually thought he had a really good game. He actually ended up scoring 20 points in this game. He was really good. There we go. Zubaka blocking a shot. He played really, really well also. I think he had 4 blocks in this game. There we go. Brandon Ingram taking tough shots as usual. It always seems like all his shots are really, really tough, but he made them this game. There we go. We had a lot of good steals like that. Fast break. You see Caldwell Pope stopped and popped right there. Good read on that. There we go. Lance Stevenson doing his thing. Lance Stevenson really was getting the crowd into it with those kind of plays like right there. Here's Lance Stevenson again doing his thing, getting a good pass. Beasley dunk with the right hand. He's actually played pretty well that game too. Scored pretty well. Brandon Ingram again. Here he is coming off around that screen. Here he is, takes it all to the hole. A lot of his shots were at the hole, which when he has them, when he can take advantage of a guy, he needs to do it. There we go. Josh Hart finally comes down and dunks it. First time I've seen him drive and two-hand dunk like that this whole game. That's why you see the bench getting up like that. Here's KCP coming down off a screen. Took it to the basket, foul, and makes the free throw. Here we go. Brandon Ingram once again. Miss it. Zubaka. Man, he's just been playing really well. You guys didn't know his name is not Zubaka. It's Zubac, but his nickname is Zubaka for the blocks. That was KCP getting a three-pointer. Takes us up. That was Beasley getting another block. He actually had a good amount of blocks in this game. Guys, I wanted to take that audio up just to show you Lance Stevenson was doing his thing. Now we got Zubac getting that score again. Man. So those are the highlights, guys. You saw the Lakers, did win the game. Very good game. We had some kind of lapses here and there, but overall we played a good game. The best players like Zubac led all scorers, played a really good game. He was taking advantage, had really good, he ended up having 4 blocks. So we'll get into that. Let's actually just jump into the box score right now, and then we'll talk about that. All right, here we go, guys. Look, Lakers won that game 116-102. You can see, all right, you can see all the different quarters. The Lakers won the first and second quarter. Phoenix ended up winning the third with 28-25. Lakers won the fourth quarter. All right, let's get into the scores of the game. Ivica Zubac, he ended up having 24 points. They must have took a basket away because I could have swore during the game they showed that he had 26 points. But really, really played well. 26 points, 16 rebounds, 4 block shots. He was 9 out of 16 field goals, 6 out of 7 free throws. That'll get it done. Good job, Ivica Zubac, playing really well. Brandon Ingram was next up. Who we're talking about next. He was 9 of 11 field goals. He ended up having 22 points. 3 out of 6 free throws. Man, Brandon Ingram really needs to. 50% won't get it done, but tonight we weren't that close, so we didn't necessarily need those. He also had 3 rebounds and 4 assists and 2 steals, also 2 block shots. Really good all-around game for Brandon Ingram in 32 minutes of play. So very good for him. You guys didn't know Michael Beasley did start this game because Kyle Kuzma was out with that hip injury. Luke Walton said he wanted to rest him, even though Kyle Kuzma wanted to try to play through it. He really needs to rest, sit down and rest. And so Luke Walton made that call. He started Michael Beasley. He ended up playing 26 minutes, 4 of 12 field goals. He had 8 points. But he had 3 block shots. Man, on the defensive end, really doing it. 3 steals, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. Decent game for Michael Beasley. Rajon Rondo's second game back. He played 42 minutes. He ended up scoring 8 points, had 11 assists, and 4 rebounds. Also had 1 steal, 4 of 9 field goals. And Keltavius Caldwell-Pope, we call him KCP, played 36 minutes, 9 of 17 field goals, 4 of 9 from three-point range. Man, outstanding. Damn good. He was 2 of 2 free throws. He had 6 rebounds, no assists, 2 steals, 24 points. So overall, damn good game for Caldwell Pope. He tied Zubac in leading the game and scored. Played really well. During the game, I would say though that Zubac was the player of the game in my opinion. He just was doing it all around. Played 35 minutes. He was good on his field goals, good free throws, 16 rebounds, 4 block shots. He had the highest plus minus in the game at plus 18. Overall, he is the player of the game. Coming a close second, I would have said Brandon Ingram, but looking at it and seeing how Caldwell Pope hit all those threes, very good percentage, hit all his free throws. That really what made the difference. Along with Brandon Ingram was taking advantage of his shorter guy. So Caldwell Pope, a close second, and then Brandon Ingram, a very close third. Are the players of the game. Let's go down to the bench. I want to talk first about Lance Stevenson. He, in the third quarter, he made a huge difference. Coming out, hitting threes, scoring. He scored, at one point, he had scored 11 of our 12 points in that third quarter. And he had hit this three-pointer, and I turned the volume on so you can see him doing his make that score. You can see that hear the crowd. You can see him do his rocking guitar. I had to laugh at that point. I actually was entertained. Lance Stevenson, I'm actually glad we got him. We always, people think he's a knucklehead and mess around, but he really does. He could play, and he does provide entertainment at times in the games. Don't get me wrong. There's times in the season where I would like, come on, Lance. Okay, it's time to get Lance out the game. But he is a guy that is bringing something to our ball club. All right, so JaVale McGee is the next guy off the bench that I want to talk about. He only played 11 minutes in this game. I think because Ivica Zubac really was playing pretty well. I do think JaVale McGee needs to get more minutes, though, because I don't want his confidence to start going down and him to start thinking a certain way. He was the starter for most of the season, and he was playing really well. He actually was, I think, the catalyst of what was helping us win early in the season. He was just getting blocking shots out the building, jumping out the building, and getting every block shots. He was averaging, at one point, he was leading the league in block shots. I think he's still averaging over 2 blocks a game. I'm not exactly sure where he is right now in the ranking, but JaVale McGee. I'm thinking, though, when LeBron gets back, I wonder if they're going to start JaVale McGee again. I'm not quite sure. We're going to see. I heard that they rested Tyson Chandler for this game just so he can get some rest. He's been playing he's 18 seasons in the NBA, 36 years old, I believe. So, they're just trying to get him a little rest. They don't want him playing every game. And as you see, as I talked about Kyle Kuzma, he did not play, due to resting that hip injury. All right, Hart played 17 minutes. He was just okay. He only had a +2. He was 2 out of 4 field goals, 1 out of 3 3-pointers. He made his very first 3-pointer, and then after that, he didn't make any more. He had 5 points total, 2 assists, 1 rebound, 1 block shot. He was just okay. Nothing super great. Macabre Luke played 16 minutes. He didn't score any points at all. He had 1 assist and 1 steal. He had a opportunity at a fast break where he took the ball all the way to the hole, wide open, should have made the shot. He tried this finger roll finesse at the basket where he tried to just flip it and make it look pretty, and he came up short. Where he just should have dunked it. He should have just laid it up and stopped trying to be cute and fancy or whatever it was, and he missed the shot. Easy basket on a fast break, blown. So he came out right after that. He was about to get taken out anyway, but after that shot, it was probably due for him to get out the game. And, a few other players that came in towards the end of the game. Zubac and Brandon Ingram both fouled out close to the end. There's a lot of, there's a lot of times where Zubac had blocks, I thought, and they called it as a foul. So he probably could have had 5 or 6 block shots. He fouled out. So the game was already in hand at that point. Wagner came in for the last 2 minutes of the game. Ended up hitting a 3-point shot. And that was it. Let's talk about the Lakers' field goal percentage. Overall, they were 52% 2-point field goals, or overall field goals. And then from 3-point range, they were 10 of 23, 43%. That will get it done all day long. And free throws, once again, below average, 66%. Luckily, this wasn't a close game. We ended up getting that victory anyway. All right. So that is the box score. Hello, guys. I am back. I got my tea here. All right. So next, we're going to talk about Luke Walton. Luke Walton, the rumors have been spreading. They have been talking about how, well, at least I have been reading that LeBron James' camp wants to get rid of Luke Walton. And they haven't been subtle about it, supposedly. That's the headlines. That's what I've been reading. I don't know if that's true. Luke Walton has been doing decent. I mean, although sometimes I have wondered about his rotations and about leaving guys off the floor, bringing in, taking out all the veterans or all the starters, and just playing like some of the bench guys a significant amount of time. I have wondered about those things, but he is a young coach. This is a new roster. I mean, I do think it takes a little time for him to get it together and kind of figure out the rotations. However, I mean, I think it's almost time, though, to have a set rotation. Now, to his credit, or, there have been a lot of injuries. Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, I mean, we got Rajon Rondo who's only played 15 games the whole season. LeBron James been out the last month or so. I mean, there's been in and out guys injured back and forth. However, I'd like to know what you guys all think. Do you think Luke Walton should be fired? What do you think about LeBron James' team wanting him to be fired? I don't know. I've heard a lot of people out there saying, hey, or at least I read some comments in different places like Twitter and just different comments on videos. I see where people are saying like, oh, this is LeBron all over again, always getting coaches fired. I mean, I don't know. Look, it's LeBron James, and if he really does want Luke Walton fired, guess what? Luke Walton's going to be gone. And yeah, it sucks. I like Luke Walton. I don't want him necessarily to be fired. However, if LeBron wants him gone, look, I'd rather have LeBron than Luke Walton. Sorry. LeBron's going to take us. I don't care what coach we have. It's going to be LeBron who's going to take us to the finals or take us wherever we're going to go to. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Let me know. That's going to do it for episode number 30. On the podcast, it's episode number 30. On the videos on YouTube, this is somewhere around number 12, I believe. So, guys, that's it. This is going to do it. Thank you for joining me. Go ahead and subscribe, follow. Appreciate you. I am now out.